Your skin holds a memory of every sun-drenched afternoon you've ever lived. But when that memory starts to feel like a secret you want to hide in your pockets, it's time for a new conversation with your skin. If you've ever found yourself tucking your hands into your pockets, or feeling a little self-conscious when you talk with them, I want you to know you are not alone. So many of us feel this way. Our hands have lived such full lives, and sometimes they show it in ways we didn't ask for. But what if I told you that we could gently, naturally, and kindly encourage those decades-old memories on our skin to soften? What if the secret wasn't in an expensive cream, but was waiting for you right now in your own kitchen? I'm Dr. Emily Hart, and I'm a firm believer in the power of simple science-backed care. Today, I want to share a beautiful, all-natural ritual with you that can help you feel confident and proud of your hands again. Before we dive in, I would just love to know where you're joining me from today. Please take a moment to say hello in the comments below. It brings me so much joy to see our community of wise, wonderful women connecting from all across the globe. And if you find this conversation helpful, please consider subscribing. It's a small click that makes a huge difference, allowing us to support and empower even more women just like you. Now, before we get to our wonderfully simple remedy, it's so important that we understand what we're actually working with. What really are these darker spots that seem to appear almost out of nowhere as the years go by? The scientific term is hyperpigmentation, but I prefer to think of them as the sun's lasting memories. Imagine your skin cells that create pigment, they're called melanocytes, are like tiny diligent photographers. Throughout your life, every time your skin is exposed to the sun, it's like a camera flash goes off. These little photographers spring into action, producing melanin to protect your skin from the sun's rays. It's a beautiful protective mechanism. But after decades of flashes, from driving the car with your hands on the wheel, from tending to your garden, from simply enjoying a walk, some of these little photographers can get a bit overenthusiastic in certain areas. They start producing and clumping melanin together, even when the sun isn't out. The result is what we see as an age spot or a sunspot. It's not a sign of damage in a scary way. It's simply a concentrated collection of pigment, a tiny, overdeveloped photograph from a life lived in the light. And the reason they are so prominent on our hands is simple. Our hands are almost always exposed, bearing the brunt of all that beautiful sunshine over a lifetime. So if these spots are like little concentrated photographs on our skin, how on earth can we encourage them to fade? It's a wonderful question, and the answer, thankfully, isn't found in a harsh chemical peel, but in the gentle, persistent power of nature. The solution is hiding in plain sight, likely in your pantry right now, in the form of two of the most humble, yet powerful ingredients: fresh lemon and raw honey. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but this isn't just an old folk remedy. There is real science at work here. Let's start with the lemon. Fresh lemon juice is rich in citric acid, which is a natural form of what's known as an alpha-hydroxy acid, or AHA. I want you to think of this citric acid not as a bleach, but as a gentle polisher for your skin. It works on the very top layer of your skin, dissolving the tiny bonds that hold old, dead skin cells together. This process encourages the shedding of those outer cells, which are the ones carrying that excess pigment. As they gently flake away, they make room for the fresh, new, more evenly toned skin cells underneath to come to the surface. It's a beautifully simple process of renewal. And then we have its perfect partner, raw honey. Honey is nature's soothing miracle. It's a natural humectant, which means it draws moisture into the skin, keeping it hydrated, soft, and supple. This is crucial because the lemon's acid can be slightly drying. The honey provides that perfect, soothing counterbalance. And here's something that might just surprise you. While we often think of lemon as the star player for brightening, it's actually the honey that does some of the most important work. A specific enzyme in raw honey, called glucose oxidase, very slowly releases tiny, trace amounts of hydrogen peroxide when it's mixed with a little water from the lemon juice, just enough to have a gentle lightening effect over time, without any of the harshness of the bottled kind. It's nature's own slow-release brightening serum. It makes me wonder, what is the one surprising kitchen remedy that has been passed down in your family? I would be fascinated to read your stories in the comments. Knowing the science is so empowering, isn't it? It transforms a simple recipe into a purposeful act of care. But the real magic, of course, happens when we put that knowledge into practice. So let's walk through this together. I want you to feel completely confident in creating this little moment of luxury for yourself. First, gather your 2 ingredients. You will need 1 teaspoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice. It truly is best to use a fresh lemon, as the enzymes are most active, and 1 tablespoon of raw honey. It's worth seeking out raw, unpasteurized honey if you can, as it contains all of those wonderful active enzymes we just talked about. In a small, clean bowl, combine your tablespoon of honey and your teaspoon of lemon juice. Stir them together slowly and patiently. You'll watch as they transform into a beautiful golden translucent gel. You're looking for a consistency that's thick enough to be spreadable, but not so runny that it will drip. If it feels a little too thin, you can add a tiny bit more honey. Now for the truly lovely part. Find a comfortable place to sit where you can relax for about 20 minutes. Make sure your hands are clean and completely dry. Using your fingertips or perhaps a small, clean makeup brush, apply a thin, even layer of the mask all over the backs of your hands. Focus on the areas where the spots are most prominent, but don't neglect the rest of the skin. Cover the backs of your hands and your fingers. Now all you have to do is rest. Let the mask work its gentle magic for 15 to 20 minutes. This is your time. This isn't just a skin treatment. It's a dedicated moment of peace you are carving out for yourself. When the time is up, simply rinse your hands thoroughly with lukewarm water. As you rinse, you can gently massage your skin to help lift the mask away. Pat them dry with a soft, clean towel, and just take a moment to notice how incredibly soft, smooth, and nourished they feel. That immediate feeling of softness is a wonderful reward in itself. But as wonderful as it is, it's just the first step. To protect your results and see a lasting change, there are 2 crucial things we must do next. And the second one is absolutely non-negotiable. This is a partnership between you and your skin, and it requires consistency and protection to truly pay off for the long term. Let's talk about how to make sure all of your wonderful efforts truly pay off. First, and this is so important, especially for those of us with more delicate or sensitive skin, please always do a patch test. Before you apply the mask to your entire hand for the first time, dab just a tiny amount on a small, discreet patch of skin, perhaps on your inner arm or wrist. Leave it there for at least a few hours or even a full day, just to be certain that your skin is perfectly happy with this combination. Once you know it's a good fit, consistency becomes your secret weapon. The key here is gentle repetition. Aim to apply this mask 2, or perhaps 3 times a week. Think of it like tending to a garden. One watering won't make a flower bloom, but consistent, loving care over weeks and months will absolutely yield beautiful results. And now we must talk about the single most important piece of advice I can possibly give you on this topic. All of your wonderful work with this mask will be for nothing without this one non-negotiable step. You must wear sunscreen on your hands every single morning, rain or shine. The sun is what encouraged those spots to appear in the first place, and it will darken them again in a heartbeat if given the chance. Applying a broad-spectrum sunscreen with an SPF of 30 or higher to the backs of your hands every day is not just a suggestion. It is the absolute foundation of your success. It is how you protect your progress. It's like closing and locking the door after you've beautifully cleaned your home. Protecting your skin is a powerful act of self-respect. And as you continue this simple, lovely ritual of applying your mask and your daily sunscreen, you may start to see a change not just in the tone of your skin, but more importantly, in how you feel about your hands altogether. This journey was never truly about trying to erase your history. Our hands tell the story of our lives. They have held our loved ones, they have cooked thousands of meals, they have planted gardens, they have applauded, they have comforted, and they have worked so incredibly hard for us. Every line, every vein, and yes, every spot is part of the beautiful, intricate map of a life fully lived. This simple mask of honey and lemon isn't a magic eraser designed to wipe that map clean. It is a tool of care. It's a way to lovingly tend to your skin, to give something back to the hands that have given so much to you, and to help their outward appearance reflect the vibrancy and light you feel on the inside. So your very first step today is a simple one. The next time you're in your kitchen, find a lemon, get out your jar of honey, and decide which 20 minutes of your day you will give to yourself. That is all it takes to begin. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me today. It is a true privilege to be on this journey of wellness with you. If you found this helpful, please consider sharing it with a sister or a friend who might appreciate it. Remember, you are so worthy of this care, and your hands tell a magnificent story. Be well, and I look so forward to seeing you in our next video.